Okay, let's go.
Can you tell us your name and where you're from?
My name is Olivia Cottrell. I'm from Lawton, Oklahoma.
And is this your first mentored hunt, or have you ever hunted before?
This is my first mentored hunt. This is the first experience I've ever gotten to have to be able to be out hunting. So this has been really, really fun.
So is this your first time behind a rifle too?
No, it's not my first time behind a rifle. Well, maybe that high-powered rifle. I've shot an AR-15 before, so it was a little bit different, a little bit louder. It kind of gave me a little bit of shell shock when I forgot to put my earplugs in, but it was enjoyable. It was really fun.
Well, good.
Were you shooting a 308?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, she got to shoot a 308. So what made you want to participate in the mentored doe hunt here?
Honestly, with me being single and not having like somebody to be a provider, I wanted to learn all the ways I could provide for myself. And with me not eating very much, like one deer will literally feed me for the entire year. So if you really look at it cost effective wise, grocery prices are terrible. And so then if you figure out all the meat you buy in 1 year versus the one deer and then processing and doing all this stuff yourself, you end up saving a lot of money. And for someone like me who's on a fixed income, that any way I can find a penny saved is a penny earned.
It's a very, very good explanation. So what were you expecting to get out of the mentored hunt?
Everything I was given, actually. I was a little intimidated at first because there was a majority of men, and 9 times out of 10 when I did ask hunting questions, I got the man answer, which is, I'm going to give you the cut, dry, bare minimum, just facts and walk away. And with my way, I'm a woman, so my brain works. I want to know the ins and outs. I want to know the whys and the hows and well, this is what my brain's thinking. Let me ask a question. And I did not feel talked down to. I didn't feel mansplained. I felt like I was given every equal opportunity to learn everything. And I think that's really kind of the great benefit of this weekend. And not only did I learn stuff about deer specifically, I learned how to field dress them. I learned how to do everything as far as processing it myself so I could save even more money. But not only that, it was how to zero in a rifle, how to shoot a rifle, what's the safe way to do that? How do you tell if you're a good shot from 25 yards? How do you know if you can shoot 100 yards? Before today, I could tell you that I could shoot it, I could load it, I could do it safely, but I couldn't tell you if I could hit my mark. But now I know, after this weekend, I doubted myself and turned out to be a pretty good damn marksman. So there's a lot of stuff that I have learned that has just been completely invaluable.
So was there anything that really surprised you about the experience?
I think, kind of going back to my last answer, was the gentlemen that have been helping us have put me on an equal plane and just explained it. And then no matter how many stupid little questions I ask, not one of them were like, or anything like my uncles would be at home. But I think that was one of the things that surprised me. And then I thought I'd be more squeamish doing field dressing and doing the deer, but it was almost like my culinary training just kicked in, and I was like, oh, we're processing meat, it's no big deal.
Did you jump in there and do any while we done?
Yeah, I did. I got to pull some of that skin off. When I was watching, I thought it would be a little bit tougher pull, but honestly,
the hide is,
yeah, that hide just came off like butter. I was like, oh, okay. And yeah,
it's not so bad.
And then like especially using the gutting knife to be able to pull a little bit of that sinew off so you could pull more. Once we got about midway on that deer, it was just until you got to the hindquarter. So it was a lot of surprising things, but I learned quite a bit that I know that next year I can confidently go out. Now I have a whole bucket list of things to buy on the way there, but hey, I got a whole year now, so.
Yep, yeah. So what do you feel like it was, or can you tell me what it was like hunting with a mentor?
I'm already pretty smart when it comes to learning new things, but 9 times out of 10 when I learn new things, I just want someone to be there so that way when I do something, I can go, did I do that right, or did I get it? Just to kind of have that outside verification, and just having that mentor there, even though we didn't get to see anything, and honestly, we're just bird watching at that point. But having someone to sit and have a conversation with you, and it just kind of makes the time go a little bit faster. And then you have someone you could tease and rib about it, and it's almost like I got to see what the inside of the deer blind was, because like I said, I was raised with my uncle and my cousins all going hunting, and you can't go because you're a girl. And so now I'm be like, I'm part of the gang. Yeah, you can't keep me out now. I know what goes on in there. Naps and snacks is what that is.
Now you know what the hype was snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thanks to you, Jordan, I know what pocket jerky is now.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you enjoyed the pocket jerky.
Yeah. I just need to remember my pocket liner next time, so it's not so sticky.
Yep. So, how did having a mentor, you feel like, changed your first hunting type experience?
I feel like after this weekend, if I had been trying to learn to do this on my own with conversations with my cousins and my uncle, I think it would have probably taken me damn near 6-7 months to even be courageous to get a rifle and go out on my own. Whereas this, I feel like the 3-day weekend, it was a crash course and everything, but it was a thorough crash course to where I feel confident that I can go load my rifle and go out and do everything I need to do to get it home and into my freezer.
Yeah. So, how was your experience with game wardens, and did it impact your thought or outlook on them?
Coming from somebody who is not very much of an outdoorsman to someone who is now like enthralled and wants to be one, I think having that game warden there is someone who's already super knowledgeable in the laws and the regulations of what we can and can't do. And on top of me needing someone to be like, did I do that right? It kind of made me have a different perspective on them. Like, yes, they are law enforcement. They do a lot more stuff than I would ever imagine. But also getting to see you guys, have the camaraderie between you guys and then ribbing each other. It's just like, it's almost like a men's club where sometimes their wives and their friends are allowed in, almost.
Yep.
And just seeing that, it took it from them being like an authority figure to someone that I could be on par with and just be like, hey, look, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. It was not my intention. I swear. And then knowing that they're not going to actually ream my ass for it, they're going to be like, well, okay, this is the one time you should have did it better. And so that way I don't feel like I'm going to be immediately in trouble. And I think that really helped a lot. Like, and then just to see that they're just a regular guy.
Yeah. Just
a regular guy. And I think that really kind of made it go from the intimidating factor down to the, oh, okay.
It's not so bad.
It's not so bad. No.
Yeah.
I really do believe that this program will help you guys get a lot more women into hunting, because without this, I don't think that there's not a lot of opportunity for women in general in this, because women automatically, I'm not saying me as a woman, but I'm saying in general, they kind of assume that that's a man's thing. I'm going to stay in the kitchen kind of thing. But honestly, if you don't limit yourself and you just dare to try, it's even better. Like, I didn't catch a deer this weekend, but you know what? I walked away with a wealth of knowledge. And for the amount that I spent for this weekend, you can't even do that just going to buy a regular guide. So, I mean, it's just total invaluable experience that I'm so grateful for.
I want you to elaborate on something. How do you catch a deer?
How do I catch a deer?
You said I didn't catch a deer this weekend. How do you catch a deer?
Okay, I didn't shoot a deer this weekend. Nice.
So what was your favorite part of the whole weekend?
There's so many things. It's hard to just pick one. I think like watching you guys, like especially all the wardens that are here that are friends, like watching them back and forth, and then me being able to joke in, like add into their ribs and stuff. Is I think that was more fun than anything, because that's kind of how my love language is with my family. And so I didn't feel like I missed home as much, because I still had all you guys to bullshit with and rib and joke with.
Yeah. So how did you feel about being out in the field hunting last night and this morning?
I can tell you just from the experience of night to morning, I am already a natural morning person. And all I can do is, I'm on a schedule. Like, I'm up at 6 and I'm down and I'm in bed by 10. May not be asleep, but I'm in bed by 10. And so from the morning hunt, like, adjusting my schedule just a couple more hours ahead was way easier than trying to be out here learning my whole day and then trying to stay awake at night. Like, because when it gets dark, my brain's going, oh, sleepy time. And so I really think that the experience, it was valuable to learn, like, what you prefer, because I thought that this sport was kind of like the set and dry, like, here are your rules, here's your parameters, now go. But really, it's like, here's your rules and parameters, follow your laws, but you can pick and choose how you do things. There are many ways to do just that one thing, like the field dressing. There's many ways to do that. There's many ways to do your firearm. There's many different things that you can kind of learn.
What moment from the weekend stands out to you the most?
I don't know if I can legally say this, but we got bored in the blind this morning and decided that we were gonna target practice some squirrels. And then when I came back to announce it, I got a lot of game wardens. You did what? And I went, was that wrong? Because he told me I could.
Captain Gary said it was okay.
He was right there with me. Like, I figured the game warden's not going to lead me wrong. And they were like, did you hit it? And I'm like, no, I missed. They're like, oh, okay. And they all kind of calmed down. And I was like, hey, note to self, don't
incriminate myself in here.
I'm already an altruistic, overly honest person. So, yeah.
So how did you feel about being at Tatonka Ranch? What do you think about the facility out here?
Someone who lives in the city, literally just getting out of the truck this morning to walk to the blind and seeing all the stars and the less light pollution. And just, like, I love photography. I'm already an artsy person, so being outdoors is already something I normally do. But adding to the factor of, like, now you have an activity to do while you're out there and photography. Like, I took an amazing shot of the morning sky this morning with the sunset and all the stars. And, like, to me, being out here, it's just, when I first pulled up, what shocked me the most is, like I said, living in a city, you've always got some noise somewhere. The dead silence for miles. Some people would find it unsettling. For me, it was like I don't have to hear sirens. I don't have to worry about what's going on around the corner. Like, I actually can just be out here. It was amazing. And then the cabins that we have are cute and adorable. You got everything you ever needed in it. And that programmable coffee pot, I think I need to put one next to my bed at home, because that became the number one.
The bag with the coffee in it, it's a filter. It's like a tea.
Yeah. No, that's
I found that out this morning. I was like, damn it.
So I set that as my alarm every morning to wake up to hear it and go, and the smell of coffee was so much better than my normal. So honestly, just being out here in general, and then the landowner allowing us to do this is just amazing and fantastic. It shows the dedication that you guys have to conservation and to getting more people out here to do these things. My only suggestion is do these more often, and then let's have an only women's one. And I think that would be fun. Like, we could get some women game wardens out here.
That would be fun. Yeah. I don't know if there's very many. There's maybe a handful of women game wardens. Now, maybe some biologists, but trying to get them on board, we'd have to see.
Even the biologist, one of the game warden's wives was out there when one of the guys shot a deer today. Was processing. She gave us little tips and tricks and stuff that she knew about, and then she even. And also, I'm a very big science-minded person, so I like to know the why behind it and the ins and outs. And so she gave me little scientific facts, and of course I'm eating them up like they're cookies, just like, oh yeah, that's cool. I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah.
So even just having the biologist come, that was even
that's great,
even valuable as well.
Yeah. So why do you think doe hunts like this are so important for wildlife management?
Honestly, before this weekend, I probably could not have answered that question. But after even the after hours sitting and listening to the gentleman talk and the game wardens talk and stuff, and the why behind it became very clear and evident, is that we only have so much wild land available, and that we have to keep the population manageable for that little bit of land. It's kind of the same way that we think of biology on a global scale. The world can only tolerate so many humans before the nature starts to die out, because it can't tolerate it. So what I've learned is that the reason that we have hunters and stuff is to be able to keep that population of whatever animal it is in the threshold of where their environment and habitat can keep them sustainable. Because I was to give an example about there's some species of birds and some other things that are now extinct because of the over hunting and stuff, and that we no longer have them and can't enjoy them. And so that the reason that we have those limits on what we can take and what we can harvest and stuff is to be able to help with the conservation of those areas. And I think that gave me a more richer and better understanding, because I know some of the gentlemen had talked about, well, a lot of people are trophy hunters and that's not really part of the cause. And I will be honest and upfront that was my mindset, was like, it's a trophy, you're going out there, yeah, you get some meat and some fridge stuff out of it, but really it's for the thrill of the hunt. But now after this weekend, I really feel like, oh, we're helping the environment, we're helping control things, we're helping keep the population. The landowner invited us out to help with his doe population. And just being told that, I was like, oh, I have a completely different perspective on the why behind it than I did before.
Yeah. It's a very good explanation.
Yeah.
So what will you take away from the experience out here?
Honestly, every bit of nugget of knowledge and input and quirky little facts. I mean, I got to sit with Gary, the game warden, and I just mentioned squirrels, and he's telling me facts about them. I mentioned the blue jays and the robins and stuff, because I see robins in Lawton, but I don't see like a lot of them. That have to be in my grandma's backyard to see one or two. But for me to be able to sit and look out and binoculars across the way and see like 7 of them just in the tree hanging out, and then to see the male and the female, I was like, oh, and then him giving me those facts, that kind of just made the time go by faster, but also made it more important, and it made me see the value of the wildlife. Because if it's someone who lives in the city, you're always like, oh, the mice, oh, this, the bugs, that. But then we also kind of get detached in society and forget that they live here too. And so we go from like, get them away to, oh wait, we need to live cohesively and symbiotically. And so it really just kind of made the overall experience even more enjoyable.
So has this experience changed how you view hunting?
Yes, most definitely so. It went from being it's just about the thrill of the hunt and getting to hang with your boys in the tent and drinking a beer kind of rah thing to, oh, we're helping wildlife, we're keeping management up, that we're helping even with just buying our licenses. Like, we're even for the fact that even if I bought this license this year and didn't even pick up my rifle or go, I'm still contributing that money to a good cause. And for someone like me who pinches pennies and is always trying to like, what's the weight of my dime? Like, where's my more good gonna be? I would have been happy just buying the license and not even coming. You know, even if because when I did my hunter's education, because when you guys offered the thing, you had certain regulations that we had to have, I went ahead and bought my license right the day of my hunter education to make sure I was prepared. But also at the same time, the game wardens there at that education class explained that it just helps pay for what we need.
Yeah.
So even then I was like, okay, $35. I probably spent that on clothes this last 2 weeks. So what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. So would you recommend this experience to other people?
Yes, most definitely. Honestly, if there wasn't the limitation on like your guests not being able to shoot, I think I would have honestly brought my 19-year-old brother with me.
Really?
Because I think that he would have had a great bonding experience, not only with me, but also to see that there are other men in the world who are still good and can do manly things. And that's just kind of quoting his words. He's like, I want to do manly things. I don't want to be at home with the girls all the time.
Yep. Yep. So in one sentence, how would you describe the experience as a mentee here at Tatonka, doing the mentored hunt?
Even if you don't bag a deer, it's still worth the try.
It's good. It's very good. So what would you say to someone who's on the fence about applying or joining a mentored hunt?
Do it. Even if you don't bag a deer, there is so much knowledge here that I even learned just about wildlife in general that I can take with me on my hikes and stuff like that. And I didn't know that there was so many different seasons. And we had one gentleman that was the guy that was the retired, I don't know if he's retired EMT or whatever, but he was in the cabin next to me. Just basically him talking about like, oh, if you want to become a better marksman, start doing squirrel hunting and all that stuff. Yeah. And I was coming into this with one avenue, like I'm going to go down this lane, I'm going to learn about deer hunting. But I came away with so many different little tips and tricks and like this knife can work and this knife doesn't work for this, and it's personal preference. And with me being like, I'm autistic, so like with me having like that cut and dry black and white kind of like, this is the way to go, and then having someone give me that permission of like, we do it this way, but if it works better for you this way, or if it's safer for you this way, then you can. And I think to go back to one of my favorite moments is when I was getting ready to shoot the rifle on the range. For the first time in my life, and I'm 33 years old, outside of my family and friends, I actually stemmed in front of you guys by jumping up and down a couple times to calm myself. And I did not feel afraid. I did not feel scared. I did not feel judged. Honestly, I think Jacob at one point was like, he gave me a curious look like, what are you doing? And when I was like jumping up and I'm like, okay, I'm ready. He's like, oh, and he smiled at me because he realized what I was doing. I was like, I'm trying to get my hype out. I got to calm down. And so even if you're scared or you think that I'm not going to fit in or this is not my type of group, don't think that. Just take yourself out of the equation. Think of it as you would spend $150 on learning how to make pottery. I mean, why not try to learn something that's outdoorsy? I mean, society tries to cram us in these boxes and put us inside and underneath fluorescent lights, and that's not what we're meant to live. And just try. Heck, you may not like it. It's okay. But you still learn something. Learning is more invaluable than sitting at home and not trying and wishing you did. I spent too much of my life at home waiting for permission and waiting for someone to say, yes, come go with me, to think that it was okay to do that. And whatever that is for you. But for me, it was like, I just kind of woke up one morning, I was like, nobody's going to take me. Nobody's going to do it. Shoot, let me find my own opportunities. And I got out of my depression. I got out of a lot of things just by, fuck it, let's try. And so I really think that if you're on the fence about wanting to do this, just try. Just try. You spend $25 on your food, your fast food this week, or probably your coffee you bought every morning. But just try. It goes to a good cause, even if you don't get picked or whatever. It goes to a wonderful cause.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Any closing comments?
I've enjoyed y'all's group so much that I want to volunteer now, and I want to be a part of the volunteering, and I don't care what the event is. Like I have so many skills in my back pocket that I'm more than willing to lend them over. And I think that is, for me, is a positive experience, wanting to help out. It takes a lot for me to try to get out of my comfort zone, and for me wanting to get out of my comfort zone enough to be like, hey, you have my number, I'll help. It shows the care and compassion you guys gave, as well as the comfortability that I felt.
Yeah, we definitely enjoyed you.
Oh, really? Thank you.
You're a hoot, man. You are such a hoot. You want to talk about Gary and the squirrel hunting and how that all went?
Okay, so we had been out in the blind all morning, and it had been about 2-3 hours, and at one point I fell asleep because I was like, you know what, if I keep staring out here, it's like I figured it was kitchen rules, a watch pot never boils. So I said, screw it. I'm sitting there and I'm getting sleepy. I just finished my cup of coffee. I ate my little pocket snack and I'm taking a nap. Next thing I know, I'm waking up looking, going, oh, I'm thinking there's going to be deer if I wake up. So I'm like, I'll take a 15-minute nap. Apparently Gary fell asleep too. And so I now know deer blind rules. You need a tap. I'm taking a nap. You watch. And so I woke up, and then he's like, look, there's some squirrels. And he's looking through the binoculars, and he hands it over to me, and he's like, they're on the tree over there. And I was like, am I even supposed to be shooting at these? He's like, he didn't really answer the question. But he didn't deny the question either.
But he didn't say no?
Yeah, he didn't say yes, but he didn't say no. So I'm just like, okay, I already have one chambered and on the tripod. And I'm just like, all right. He's like, did you find it in the scope? I was like, yeah, I found it. He goes, wait till he gets to the corn feed. And he stands up, then you can get him. So I got him to the corn feed, and I flipped the safety off, and I'm like trying to line it up, and I take a couple deep breaths, and I got so excited about trying to get the squirrel, I forgot my ear protection, and I had pulled the gun in a little too far into the deer blind, so the percussion kind of rang. So I shot once, and I was sitting there like stunned for a second. My ears are ringing. All I see is a poof of white smoke come out of the corn, and I'm like, did I get it? And he goes, no, shoot him again. And I'm like, I can't even, what am I doing? He said, you could have got him. And I was like, okay. So I'm thinking, all right, we're just kind of entertaining ourselves. I made the squirrel piss his pants. It's no big deal, all right? I didn't hit a bird. We're cool. And then I'm like, he's like, well, you ready to go back? I was like, no, I just heard another rifle shot, and I'm feeling a little more antsy. I think I'm going to sit here another hour. So I eat a couple more snacks, and we're just fiddling and talking, and come back up here, and he said, well, everybody's asking me how it went, and I said, well, I said it didn't hit a deer. I said, but I antagonized the fuck out of a squirrel, and all 4 game wardens just went, what? And I'm like, oh shit, did I do something wrong? Was I not supposed to do that? Because he told me. They're like, did you hit it? I was like, nah, I missed. And they're like, okay, you're cool. And I was like, was that wrong? Someone needs to give me the correct information before I go home. But other than that, like, I think that's gonna be my highlight, is I made a squirrel piss his pants. Because he literally, like, he went, after I shot, he ran into the edge of the woods, and then he decided to come like halfway to the corn pile. And then I guess I moved or something, and the next thing I know, it turned around and ran right back. And then we did not see squirrels after that shot the rest of the hour we were out there. I was like, I think we scared him off. And then Gary was like, yeah, they're like, fuck it, we're getting acorns in the woods.
No more of this.
No more of this today. Yeah.
That's the danger pile.
Yeah. No. It just cracked me up. I was like, oh, was I not supposed to? I figured he wouldn't lead me wrong. He's the one that's the law on this.
What'd you think about Gary?
You know what? You were right. He looks like he's a tough cookie to crack, but once he really gets around you, he's kind of cool, actually.
Nope. Oh, we're about to get interrupted.
Damn it, they're coming to get me from the squirrels.
Hey, Jacob.
They're coming to arrest me for the squirrel.
Can you come answer a question real quick? So, we had a squirrel incident with Livy.
It was Gary's fault.
Oh, you don't know about that yet. Okay.
He said, no, I don't know.
So, was it wrong to take a shot at a squirrel?
Legal.
Okay, see? It was legal.
Just a little tiny deer.
Okay, so it was a little bit of all the game wardens messing with me, and a little bit of, you did what with a high-powered rifle?
Probably frowned upon, maybe.
Yeah.
But for a new hunter, it gave you a little excitement, got you to get a shot at shooting a live animal, got you some experience.
And I learned that even if I can't hear you talk to me, I still need my ear protection, because there will be an opportunity for a shot, and I will wring my ears and be confused for 30 seconds. He said, shoot him again. I said, what?
Where am I?
Just know that you're not the only ones done it. We've all done that.
Okay.
100% legal.
But for a second there, when I said that and I could walk back in, everybody turned to me and I was like, oh, I feel like I incriminated myself.
He was like, yeah, she shot it. I said, really? She shot it? And he's like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay.
He's like, 170 yards. You missed it only by like that much. And I said, oh, that makes me confident about my marksmanship, because when I came, I was like, yeah, I could shoot a gun, I could load it, I could reload it, I could do all that. But marksmanship, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to hit the mark at all. Like, if I hit the paper, woot, and they're like, bullseye, and I'm like, do I have a secret weapon in my back pocket I don't know about?
It was the smile for me, what? It was just so exciting. It was so exciting.
I gotta go get some stuff out.
That was the best reaction. Best reaction. Bobby and I we just smiled, because
Yeah,
That's what we do.
Yeah,
I mean, we love to do
I think I
this.
gave Jacob the really mean like side eye because he was like bullseye, and I was like, I don't fucking believe. Don't lie to me. Don't fluff me up. Like I want the cold, hard, brutal, mean truth. You missed it by a mile and a half. Okay, all right, I'll get it. I'll try again. But for him to be like bullseye, I'm like,
Are you sure?
are you sure?
Are you sure that was mine?
Give me the binoculars and show me. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I actually surprised myself. That was, I think, the squirrel and the shooting the bullseye 4 times is. I think that was really the highlight of my weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely made it fun, man. You brought the life to the party.
Yeah.
So
remember that when you need some help. No, I'm just kidding.
I definitely will. Definitely will. But
Also too, got a question. How do I get one of them stickers for my car? I want to.
the OHA ones?
Yeah.
You know, I'll have to ask if Bobby has any. I don't know if he does.
Well, if not, you can. I mean, you got all my info. You can just mail me one. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Huh?
And then they'll really confuse everybody why a woman in a VW Bug has an OHA sticker on her car.
It's the Oklahoma Hippie Association.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here.
I thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed it. Even just getting to meet y'all's families and your kiddos and just seeing how much of it a camaraderie and a whole family experience it was. It really made it.
It's crazy how we can bring in 5 strangers and 5 crazy game wardens and just everybody get together and just.
Oh yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a great experience.
Yeah, it was really
I
fun.
really still wish it was Friday.
Yeah. It was a good deer camp. Very good.
Yeah, I went from Friday being nervous and like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to get along with people to now like getting up in the morning. Y'all, good morning, y'all. Like you could tell, like that's exactly. I got completely comfortable because it went.
Shut up! It's too early. Don't talk to me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you broke the barrier when you're like thinking with my tits, and I was like, what?
My friends.
I'm so confused.
My friends say that's the one thing they love about me. They're like, stuff flies out of your mouth, and even it surprises you. And what's even funnier is when you make yourself laugh, and then we're laughing because you're laughing. Because it's 9 times out of 10, they're like, we don't catch it till after you're laughing about what you said.
And you got to think about it.
And, yeah. And then also, my friends are like, we also love that your jokes, you got to think about it. Surface level, it's like, that was weird to say. But if you think about it for a second, you're like, oh, she's pretty damn smart. That was a pretty good one.
It's that delayed reaction.
Yeah.